Hello, Blue Prism Fox. My name is Bharat Juneja. I welcome you to my YouTube channel with a very big heart. So let's get started without further ado. In today's video, we are going to talk about the theoretical questions of Blue Prism, which are very important for the interviews. So if you are a beginner or an expert in Blue Prism, this video is gonna very useful for you. I posted a video on interview questions earlier. Please have a look. Hey guys, hope you all are doing well. In this video, we will discuss 60 mostly asked question in Blue Prism interview. That video contains mostly scenario based or logical questions, but in this video we will cover the theoretical question. I will give the link of that video in the description box and also in the I button. So let's start this video now. I will show you the questions and explain the answers and also give you the practical overview of the answers as well so that you won't forget the answers in the interview.
Three, two, one.
I found 65 questions. These are theoretical questions. So let's start discussing these questions one by one. So here we go. First question is, what is tag? Tag is the keyword of the term assigned to the vacuum items. And why do we use tags in Blue Prism? In context to Blue Prism, tags are defined as the keywords of terms assigned to the vacuum items. So they are generally used when we want to retrieve the next item from the particular vacuum. There is also an option to filter these items using the tag filter input parameter under get next item action. Using this, we can easily retrieve the required item from the vacuum in the presence or absence of any specific tag. So let's see a practical of this. Let me show you a vacuum. Here in queue contents, you can see a column for tags. Each item have a specific tag as per the market name. So we can assign the tags as per our business requirements to differentiate the different items. So while adding the cases into vacuum, we can assign a tag to that items. Let me show you. There are four items in collection and I'm assigning NY tag. So after executing this action, it will add four new items in the vacuum with the tag NY. Refresh the vacuum and see we have new four items with tag New York NY. The next use of tags are we can use tag filters while fetching the items from the vacuum. So we will use get next item and fetch a particular item from the vacuum using a tag filter. So this will fetch the items with tag NY only. Similarly, you can fetch the items with tag Japan, US, UK, etc. We got data of a one item. So this is how we can use tags in the Blue Prism. Let's move to the next question. How can you set priority for the vacuum? Setting the priority for a vacuum item is performed at the time when an item is initially added into the vacuum. Let me show you how can we add the item. It will give you a better idea. First, let's have a look In the queue management, you can see all the items has a priority 0, which is by default value. So when we add the cases into vacuum, we can set a priority. I'm setting priority 1 to the for the items. I will add this item into vacuum. Let's execute this process and see the result in the vacuum. We can see 4 more items has added into vacuum and have priority 1. Now Blue Prism will pick the cases with the priority 0 and then pick the cases with priority 1. There's one more action of vacuum object which is set priority. So after adding the item into vacuum, we can again set the value of the priority with the help of item ID. So this is how we can set the priority of an item. Let's move to the next question. Define startup parameters. Startup parameters are the parameters that can be passed before executing processes from the control room. For using a startup parameter, we will double click on start stage and add the elements. For example, if we want to take an input from the user, let's say enter a number or enter a text, so I can use the startup parameter, and when user will run the process from control room, there will be a prompt or a pop-up window which will ask user to enter the name and the number. Add one more startup parameter. Make sure process is published into control room. In debug menu, we can also see an option for startup parameter, but this is grayed out. Blue Prism won't allow to use this in the higher versions. I'm using Blue Prism 7, so I don't have permission. Save the process and go to control room and drag drop the process. You can see a window for startup parameter. My resource is offline, so I won't be able to drag drop. Let's move to the next question. Differentiate between Blue Prism and automation anywhere. Interviewer can ask these type of questions. If you have knowledge of both the tools, then you can explain in your own words. Similarly, you can prepare for UiPath, Power Automate, or any other RPA tool. If you have any knowledge, then interviewer should or may ask these type of questions. Next is list of object spying modes available in Blue Prism. So first one is reason mode, or next one is HTML mode, active accessibility or AA mode, UI user interface mode, and last one is window 32 mode. Next one is what is the use of queue manager in the Blue Prism. So we use queue manager is to managing the items which are available in our queues. Let's have a look on the queue management. It contains a list of queues and all the items which are presented in the work queues. We can check whether the items are completed, exceptions, or pending or logged. We can see the status of the items. What is RPA? Robotic Process Automation. This is the mostly asked question in the RPA interviews. So you can prepare your own definition or you can use this definition. Benefits of Blue Prism. So I think you may know more benefits than me. So prepare a list or you can pause the video and make a note of this or take a screenshot, whatever you like. Various stages of RPA life cycle. This is again a important question for interview perspective. I have I had created a separate video on this where I explain all these stages. So you can watch that video. Link is given in description and also in the I button. List different types of security in Blue Prism. So there are three types of security: user, credential, and option. We can assign the users as per their role. What do you understand by FRQ? FRQ are used to make a quick checklist for needed details. What is the Object Studio in Blue Prism? So, Object Studio is an application to create the visual business objects. It is abbreviated as VBO. And we use Object Studio for interacting with the applications and to automate those applications. You can find Object Studio in the Studio tabs. Let me show you an object. This is our Object Studio. It contains five more stages than Process Studio. These stages are read, write, navigate, wait, and code stage. And also, application modeler is the feature which is present in this Object Studio only. So generally in interview they ask the difference between Object Studio and Process Studio. So you can tell them there are five extra stages in Object Studio and also we use Object Studio for interacting with the applications. Next one is explain thick client. The thick client is the application that requires certain attributes feature using RPA tools such that computer calculator, i.e. explain OID. This is an document. I will give the link of this document in the description box. From there, you can have a look of template of this OID. The full form of OID is Operational Implement Impact Document. This is how it looks like and contains information in this. What is PDI? Process Design Instruction. This is again a document. I will give this document in the description box as well. What is session variable? So, session variable is a type of exposure in data item value can be changed during runtime. We can change the value of this variable from the control room, and the value may be different for different session as well. And after changing the value, the changes reflect immediately. In control room, you can show the session variables of a particular session by selecting that session and click on show session variable link. What is the importance of preserve checkbox in the exception stage? If the user hasn't checked this checkbox, then the new exception will generate. Otherwise, the old exception will generated, which is preserved by the Blue Prism. You can use this checkbox as per your requirements. What are the two ways of exposing the data items? Session, environment. What is the use of schedule? As you know, we use the schedulers for scheduling the bots. We can create a scheduler in the control. Next one is list the data items in Blue Prism. Date, date time, text, image, password, binary time, number, flag, time span. See, these all are the data items available in Blue Prism. Question number 21st. Explain the attach option in Blue Prism. We use attach option to attach with an application. With the help of an navigate stage, we can attach to application. Now open the navigate stage and drag drop the root element and select attach from the drop down. Next one is explain the use of dynamic match type. So the dynamic match type enables the user to identify the value of an attribute from the diagram. Let's move to next question. What is the meaning of the recover stage in Blue Prism? Recover stage catches the exception. It gives the user a chance to create different type of recovery sequences. Once the exception is caught, the business object or the process is called in the recovery mode. It implies that the exception is live. I have created a separate video on exception handling. You can watch that video. Question number 24. What are connectors in Blue Prism? Connectors in Blue Prism are mainframe connector, HTML connector, window connector, Citrix connector, and Java connector. These connectors are used to connect with the applications. In Object Studio, you can open application model and see there are a lot of connectors available here. Question number 25. What is the vacuum in Blue Prism? Vacuum in Blue Prism helps to process more than one item in one bot or one process. So with the help of vacuum, we can run a process on more than one resources. We can process more items or more than one items. As you know, we can find vacuums in the control room under queue management. Queue management contains all the vacuum and the items of the queues. What is the use of resume function? So this is not the resume stage, this is the resume function. Let me show you what is resume function. The resume functions reactivate temporarily post queues. Therefore, it won't release any item. Let me show you. Let's move to the work queue and click on any work queue and right click on it. You can see there are two options for pausing the work queue and for resuming the work queue. So these are the pause function and resume function of Blue Prism. Let's move to next question. What is mouse click and global send keys in Blue Prism? Global send keys and global mouse keys are examples of operations that needs an active application. We use these functions for inputting the data in the application. Question number 28. What is Log Viewer? Log Viewer provides a convenient way for both tracking the problem and for reviewing work progress. Let me show you how can we take the logs of a process, of a object, etc. Click on System tab and under Audit you can see process logs, object logs. I haven't triggered a process in this Blue Prism. I recently installed this. That's why there isn't any log file is available. But you can find lot of log files available in your system if you run any process. What are the benefits of RPA? Please read these points. In meanwhile, let me have a glass of water because I'm thirsty. Yeah. What is Process Studio? Process Studio is a process modeling application like MS Visio. It is used to create a process in Blue Prism. Let me show you the Process Studio. So this is our Process Studio. Next one is list out various tools for RPA and vendors. OpenSpan, UiPath, EdgeWorld, Cofex, Nice, Automation Anywhere, Blackline, Verinit, Help System, etc. What is thin client? In RPA, a thin client can be defined as tool any or application that we can't get the quality results while spying using any RPA tool such that Citrix applications. What is web services in Blue Prism? Web services is a client server application or application component for communication. Next one is how many components are there in Blue Prism? There are two components, Process Studio and Object Studio. Now, what is the control room? The control room is a place where unworked or pending items, logged items, completed items, and exception items are kept. Also, control room contains the processes which are published in the control room. It contains the list of resources and the sessions which are running. Also, it contains the list of schedules and also the work queues. Question number 36. Why initialize and cleanup in Object Studio are necessary? Initialize and cleanup are two optional pages which are available in each object, and these are conditions that can be executed at the start and end of the object. They can't be called by any another object or any other action. You can see initialize and cleanup. Both pages are available here. The definitions are also given in this information stage. What is the environment variable? Environment variable is a type of exposure in data item in which data item value is easily changed without using the process or object. It is available in the system tab under the process. Here you can see the list of environment variable. What are the disadvantages of surface automation? I had created a separate video on surface automation for reading a PDF file, for reading an image. You can watch those videos to get the knowledge of surface automation. Then you will be able to find the disadvantages of surface automation by yourself. What are the different types of exception in Blue Prism? First one is system exception, business exception, and internal exception. What is SDD? It is also an document. Solution design document is used to describe the Blue Prism automation process, which is derived in the process definition document, which is PDD. I will give the template of SDD and PDD in the description link. What are multiple part processes? Multiple part processes are used to work in multiple parts at different times. It has a parent child relationship where individual work queues items should be linked to one request. Define collection in Blue Prism. So collection is the array of data items. It contains one or more than one data items in it. These data items have maybe same or different data types. Question number 43. What is output in Blue Prism? Blue Prism offers the release manager that allows user to create checklists, which is known as output. What is the wildcard match type concept in Blue Prism? Wildcard match type enables us to use the value of an attribute from the diagram rather than which is available in the application modeler. What is status in Blue Prism? Each work queue item in Blue Prism has a status. It can be used as a method of recording the completed work on queue item. You can check in work a status column is there. Each item has a status. In case of exception, we can set the status as exception or business exception, etc. Similarly, in case item has completed successfully, then we can set the status completed. Define process template in Blue Prism. Blue Prism process templates are blueprint which are used as the basis for processes. It ensures that processes are easy to configure and support across all the processes. Explain wait stages. The use of wait stages enables business objects to pause and wait for an application to load or a condition to be met before continuing. Wait conditions can apply to wait stages to evaluate whether a condition exists within a specific period. The wait conditions produce a flag value determining whether which of the two branches the logic will flow down. One of the best practices is to contains the wait stage in the start of the each object. It is possible to set multiple wait conditions for a wait stage by adding additional rows into the action area of the wait stage properties window. The wait stage simultaneously checks each wait condition. It doesn't require all wait conditions to be met. They met once one condition, the path will be determined. If none of the wait condition is met, action will time out. Let's see an example. Open Blue Prisms, Object Studio, drag drop a wait stage, and open the wait stage. You can see this is how wait stage looks like. This is action of the wait stage. You can add condition here. We can check whether a particular element is exist or not. We can wait for that element. Let's drag drop the root element and you can see there are conditions available. You can apply any condition as per your requirement. And here you can check whether this is equals to greater than or. And here you can set the value of timeout. What is exception handling in Blue Prism? Exception management is an important component of any Blue Prism solution. An exception is a problem that occurs while a process or object is being executed. When mistake occur in the Blue Prism, it generates exception. I have created a detailed video on exception handling. Link is given in description box and also in I button. You must watch that video. Explain the different stages of exception handling. Recover, resume, and exception stages are the stages which for the exception handling. These the use of these all stages is covered in that video. Please find the link and watch that video for detailed information. What is an application modeler? A Blue Prism object aims to integrate with an application to make the application accessible for use by a Blue Prism process. To create the integration, you must connect the business object to the application by creating an application model. Application modeler can achieve this within Object Studio. This can create a logical representation of an application by identifying and capturing elements from the application's user interface. This is called as spying. Explain process validation. The validation buttons open the process validation window for diagnosing the issues. The validation windows categorize issues as error warning or advise, identify the type of action that should be taken to resolve them and whether they are repairable by Blue Prism. The go to stage button highlights the exact stage that caused the issue. The help button is for troubleshooting issues. It is best practice to validate process diagram at regular intervals, including every time they are saved. Here you can see the errors in this process. This is the process validation box. Explain circular path in Blue Prism. These are the loops. Let's try to create a circular path. First, see the process validation box. There are lot of errors available. You can see the type as error, advice, or war. I will create a separate video on circular path. Let's move to the next question. What are walk queues? So here you can find a detailed information of the walk queues. Explain collections and loop. Explain throttle and unconditional waits in Blue Prism. Wait stages can be used with no conditions, with timeout serving as a pause to delay the flow through the diagram. This is known as throttling. This allows some extra time to accommodate the variable performance speed of an application. It is good practice to include throttling at the beginning of every object for every action. Let's see in practical. Open Blue Prism, take a wait stage and open it. Just you need to enter the timeout value. No need to give any condition to perform a throttling. Global data item can be used to store the timeout duration for all the action pages within a business object, making it easier to reconfigure wait times in response to application performance. Instead of hard coding the wait time, we can use global variables. There can be multiple variables for small waits, long waits, extra small waits, or extra long waits. We can create variables as per our requirements, and use those variables or data items in all the actions. Explain release manager in Blue Prism. Blue Prism release manager enables user to compile all of the Blue Prism solution components into a package. This includes processes, business objects, work queues, schedules, calendar, tiles, and dashboards, and also environment variables. You can export all these components only in one file, which is called package. An individual process or business object can be exported from Blue Prism as an XML file, and these exported files can be imported back into Blue Prism. This can be useful for backing up, sharing, and moving different components of a Blue Prism solution between databases. Let's create a release file and a package. Open Releases tab, right click, and create a new package. You can give the name of the package and hit next button. Here you can select all the components you want to export in your package. Let's drag drop a process, object, credential, environment variable, whatever you want to include in the package. Click next and finish. So our package has created, released has created. Explain inputs and outputs parameter in Blue Prism. So inputs parameters are our startup parameters. Similarly, output parameters are the parameters which will be returned by the end stage. As we have added input parameter in start stage, similarly we can add stages. We can add parameters in the end stage, which are known as output parameters. What do you understand by OID and PDI? I will give the templates file for these documents in the description box. Here are some tricky questions. 59th question. A page can have multiple blocks as long as they do not overlap in Blue Prism. This is true or false? This is true. We can have multiple blocks. They are not overlapping each other. Next one. How do you know exit spy mode in Blue Prism? For exiting the spy mode, we use Control plus left mouse click. 61st question. Your main page should contain what in Blue Prism? Our main page should contain high level steps. Let me show you. Our main page should look like this. This contains startups, get next item, decision, request stop, and all the work steps. Next question. Exception detail and exception types are used in Blue Prism. We use the in calculation stage and in decision stage. We can invoke these functions there. 63 question. Session can only run only once. For running a process again, we have to create a new session. Yeah, true. Best practices in Blue Prism recommend what stage at the stage of each action. We should use wait stage at the after the start of each action. Last one. The formula data is not equal to 123 will return true if data 1 current value is 132. Yeah, it will return true because 132 is not equal to 123. Yeah, done. So these are the 65 questions or theoretical question which can be asked by the interviewer in the Blue Prism interview. So I hope you got a good idea or a good knowledge from this video. Please let me know if you want a video on a specific topic of Blue Prism or any other topic. Do comment your doubts and queries if any. And if you have any doubt in any question, you can ask that too. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.